You know, something in your kitchen could be dangerous to your health.
Jennifer Krause is in her kitchen with details this morning. So you've piqued our interest. What are we talking about here?
We are talking about cinnamon, and if you're like a lot of people, you probably have it in your spice collection. You know, especially if you do a lot of baking, a lot of recipes for cookies and breads call for cinnamon, or maybe you use it on cinnamon toast. Here's the thing, though. Recent study of cinnamon found dangerous, high levels of lead in a lot of brands of cinnamon.
It's a common spice found in many kitchens, but certain brands of cinnamon may be hiding a dangerous secret: toxic levels of lead. Consumer Reports tested 36 ground cinnamon products and spice blends with cinnamon. 1 out of 3 contained lead levels above 1 part per million, the threshold that can trigger a recall in New York State, but not nationwide. More on that in a minute.
Just a quarter teaspoon of any of these products gives you more lead than you should have in an entire day. If you have any one of those products, we think you should just throw it away.
First, an important reminder that lead exposure can have serious health consequences, especially for children and during pregnancy. In adults, it's been linked to kidney damage and hypertension. So how does lead get into cinnamon in the first place?
Cinnamon trees take about 10 years to grow, giving ample time to absorb lead from soil and water. Additionally, during the drying process of the bark, the lead can become concentrated.
Most cinnamon sold in the U.S. is imported from Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam, where regulations on soil contaminants may be less stringent. The highest lead levels from Consumer Reports testing were found in 3 lesser-known brands, which are sold mostly in international food markets. After being informed of the results, only Paris and EGN told Consumer Reports that they would stop selling their products. Only 2 of the 10 other companies replied, Deep and Yu. Both said that they tested their product or relied on tests from their suppliers. On the other side, 6 products had very low or no detectable lead. And if you're wondering what the government is doing about this, there are no federal limits for lead in cinnamon or any other spice. Consumer advocates are calling for national regulations like those in New York, where more than 100 spices have been recalled since 2016 due to heavy metal contamination. In the meantime, experts recommend choosing cinnamon with the lowest lead levels in Consumer Reports tests, sticking with mainstream brands, and limiting your overall lead exposure from all sources.
Now, Consumer Reports did share its cinnamon findings with the Food and Drug Administration, but Amelia, so far, no comment or reaction from the FDA.